Welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home Garden Review for 2024. I want to look at the month of May. May is a month of transformation in the garden, where spring bursts forth in a quick, breathtaking display of blooms. Spring blooms like tulips and alliums reach their peak, and their vivid purples and whites stand out against lush green foliage. Garden reviews help us to remember what happened during the season, and we can then do essential planning for a successful new year as we reflect on what worked and what didn't, which allows us to make informed decisions about plant choices, layouts, and care techniques. Intentional gardening plays a key role in this process by encouraging us to purposefully approach each and every situation in the garden so that we can set real goals that will then show up with a manifestation of great beauty. By analyzing past success and challenges, we as gardeners can cultivate a thriving, beautiful, and efficient space tailored to our unique vision and also our environmental conditions. So sit back and enjoy as we observe and critique my garden of 2024, the intentional garden. The lilacs, the two lilac bushes here are starting to open up. Their blooms are just very beautiful, and the smell is intoxicating, and I can't wait till they're fully open. And also my purple sensation alliums and the gladiator alliums are starting to open and show their purple blooms. Then I also have here bachelor's button, the mountain bachelor's button, which is also on display. But of course, the beautiful, beautiful tulips. Soon, the bearded iris will be open and showing its purple flowers, but I just like how it looks right now. Very nice. Then I have here a peony that's trying to come up amongst them, and some lilies, as well as my beautiful, beautiful hydrangea and a sedum with some grass. I just love all of the different shades of green here. Absolutely pretty. And soon I'm going to have multiple flowers here on my hydrangea. This is bridal bouquet that I propagated. So pretty. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, it is Saturday morning, May 11th, and it is a chilly Saturday morning. It is 45 degrees here in the Boston area. I'm in zone 6, and it's really chilly this morning with the light breeze. But the garden is still looking good and green and luscious here at this particular time of the morning. It still looks really fresh, and I do love the morning light on the garden. It just pulls out all of the different colors, and it makes everything look so lush and rich in the garden. So welcome to my garden here in the Northeast, Catherine's Garden and Home. See the sun coming through? And then you can also hear the birds just singing. They're just so happy, just enjoying this wonderful morning. If you have been following my channel, you would know that the red tulips were up in that bed there where the pot is on the pedestal, and it was filling that whole bed. It was so beautiful. But now with the rain and the change, it's all gone. Those red tulips, the petals have fallen off, and it's in transition. The garden is now into another phase and transition. And you know, at first I had to adjust to the fact that I didn't have all of this beautiful color of red tulips, and now I have to appreciate the garden with how it looks right now. And you know, it is beautiful. When I stopped to really look at everything a little bit more closely, I realized, wow, this is just a beautiful phase, the beginning of a transition into another beautiful phase of the garden. I do love how the different plants are just coming up. You can see here the alliums. These are drumstick alliums here, and they have the more stringy, strappy sort of leaves. Then my rose bush, Rosa rugosa, is starting to leaf out and creating buds, and soon we'll have roses. And the hosta leaves are just spreading out too as well, and soon they will be covering the leaves of the daffodils that are there, and these tulip leaves. So what I'm going to need to do is to go through and cut the stems so that the strength of the root, the bulb can gain some strength from the sun. But in the meantime, you know, it looks so good. I kind of like the seed head there of the tulips. And it's just looking really cute at the tops with the alliums, which are about to open up there. You can see the alliums. Those are purple sensation alliums. And I have that throughout the garden, the purple sensation alliums. But if you look at all of the different leaf structure and the colors, the shades of green, it does make you appreciate that. And even here, you can see it even better. I'm trying something new this year. Usually these two pots, I fill them up with annuals and just to give a little different color. But this year I decided that I wanted to put this hosta here in the container and let it just be simple. And I do like how this looks. This gray one, and I know that it's going to get larger, but just for this year, just have a nice simple look here. And it's variegated, so it's not just plain green. But then of course when I add some annuals to the garden, this simple look is going to just be perfect. So I'm thinking into the future, even though right now I do want the green, the color, I should say. Yeah, I have at least one bright red tulip there. It's just enough for the moment. This bed here looks really nice with a red barberry and the geraniums. It just looks really good, and I am so excited about the hydrangea shrub here. This is one of the shrubs that I propagated and put here in the corner, and it is setting up to flower. It has a flower bud there. I'm excited about that because this year I think that I'm going to have, all goes well, I will have a lot of beautiful hydrangea flowers in the garden. It's going to be beautiful. This one is bridal bouquet, so it'll have white mop head flowers, and then the one over here, that's going to have blue. That's Nico blue. And it's going to be very, very pretty as well. I am very happy about the ground cover that is just spreading here. I have fern, bishopweed, mountain, amenities. Those are amenities, and they have little white flowers. It's going to be really, really pretty in this section of the garden. Just going to be very, very pretty. In the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a transformation. So this is like a respite between that time, and as soon as it starts to warm up, you're going to see a totally different garden. I do love this geranium here. It's really pretty with its nice purpley future color flowers, just very dainty. And that's really going to be the theme of the garden in the next couple of weeks. That's going to be the color scheme. Purple, pink. You can kind of see that here already with these bleeding hearts. I do love how the garden looks here. It's very woodland look. Shade garden appeal. It's just really nice. It's amazing how this corner bed back corner bed has just filled out. Back there, that is my elegance hosta, and it's getting larger. Something kind of stripped the leaves there a little bit, but it's getting larger and it's going to fill out really nice. And then I have this fern here, ladies maiden fern, and this fern is from my mom's property. When she was here in Boston, I dug up some of the fern and brought it to my garden, and each year it just reminds me of my childhood home, and it just brings good memories. It makes me smile. And then the goat's beard is growing up really nice. Then I have some iris. I transplanted the iris from the front and put it back here, and it's coming up, and it looks like it's going to flower, which is really nice. And then I love the freshness of the hostas here, the variegated chartreuse like hosta. Isn't that pretty? And then this is a weedy thing, but I love the little white flowers of this mustard plant, wild mustard. And I have some lilies, oriental lilies coming up there. This bed, yeah, it's just very restful and just filling out really nice here. This back bed is just taking on a really beautiful look, and it's filled out. Before it had the daffodils, but now it has the hostas and also the hydrangeas. And I believe I'm going to have a lot of beautiful hydrangeas filling this row here. This is exactly how I saw it in my vision, and they just look so good all the way down. And I am so pleased with how the rhododendrons bush here that I had bought a while back from Lowe's. I remember they were on the clearance rack in the fall, and I planted them about 5 years ago, and now look how beautiful they look. And then of course these are some of the hostas that I propagated and also transplanted over here, and they are growing very, very well too. It just looks so pretty, just very beautiful. This front bed is just so pretty. This is my urban English style cottage garden area. I just really think of this front bed here, front corner bed, as my English style. Just very pretty, very country looking, even though I am definitely in the city. You can hear the city noises, the cars and so forth. And I love my neighbor's tree. That tree just complements the whole look. It just looks really, really nice. Here we have the purple, the ending of the purple, beautiful purple tulips, and it looks so good with the lilacs. But standing here, I can smell the lilac bushes. There's 2 of them, and it's just so nice. And I like how this filled out. I can also see my peonies that I had to move up front because where I had them, they were being smothered by the other shrubs. But yeah, they're coming along, and soon they will fill up the space and provide beautiful blooms too as well. And now we start to see the purple sensation alliums opening up here in the front. And you see how it's going to look so pretty with the lilacs. Yeah, it's going to be real nice. And then I have the gladiator, which is a little lighter color than the purple sensation in its coloring. So yeah, this is the beginning of the purples. Very pretty, very pretty, very pretty. And then the other, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. The other perennials are just opening up so nicely. The hydrangea has buds on it, flowers. And then you can see there that the bearded iris is about to open up soon. Just beautiful. Things are just looking really good. Well, here in this area of the garden, things are just opening up and just getting taller and larger. And you can hear the bird. Yeah, you hear that sparrow singing. My collard greens are now flowering. They are so pretty. Look at them. They're so beautiful with the little yellow flowers. The bird is happy. I think they are just letting each other know that someone's coming. But check out my fig tree. Ooh, look at the leaves, the fresh leaves of the fig tree. So I have been working in this area, just trying to figure out exactly what I want to do next and how I want it to look. It's still so cold that I really haven't been doing very much here as far as putting in seedlings and so forth. But I did plant some okra in this bed over here. I think it will look nice, and I will have a nice hedge there from the okra. But what I can say is that the blueberry bush looks good. It has a lot of flowers there, so I will have blueberries to eat. Yes, I'll catch it before the birds, hopefully. That will happen. My garlic still is growing, and definitely the onions. I'm so pleased with the onions. And I have Swiss chard here. That is Swiss chard from last year. I think this is an oriental poppy. I think that's what that is. We shall see. The other thing that I see that's happening is that my kale, they're getting their second leaves. And these are kale seeds that I gathered from last year from the kale. I let them go to seed, and that's what is here. Of course, I'm going to have to thin them out, but what I want to do is allow them to get large enough, and then what I will do is put kale throughout the garden, different other parts, just try to save as many of the plants as possible. Even though it's just a really cold morning, I mean, for spring, it's 45, and it's really crisp out here, weather-wise. Still, it's just so beautiful, and everything is still looking good. The plants have not suffered by the cold. It's warm enough that they are willing to stay alive. I'm happy about that. I'm really impressed with these alliums. They just look pretty just the way they are, even before they open up. And this is one of my that is the fig tree that I had propagated, and it's leafed out. Isn't that nice? So it did survive the winter in the pot, and it's doing good. But I have another one, the other one that has not fared so well. I don't see any leaves or anything coming on that one. But who knows? It might revive itself. Now, I love this. This is the dead nettle, alliums, I think. And it is just beautiful. My son had given me a pot of it, and I planted it in a different area, and it did not survive there, but I had taken some of it, I had divided it and put some here, and now look at this. This is so pretty. It has spread this I think it's the second or third year here, and it's just going strong, looking so good. Yeah, I love this right here. This is so pretty. I know I keep saying so, but it's amazing. It is amazing. With the spirea there as well. Just really, really nice. My rose bush here is looking good. And so this is the other fig tree. And as you can see, nothing. Somehow it doesn't look like it's going to give me anything. But we'll see. We'll see. These other shrubs are looking really good. That's my little quick fire back there. When this blooms, this spirea, which has just gotten larger and larger, I was supposed to cut it back and shave it back, but I missed that time, that opportunity. So after it flowers, I'm going to cut it back so that the hydrangea here can get more sun. But you know which hydrangea that I'm so pleased with? This is my oak leaf hydrangea. And the history of that is that I had gotten it from QVC. It came and it looked dead. I was so discouraged. But then, at the first year, it definitely slept. The second year, it creeped. And this year, it looks like it's about to leap. Definitely doing well here, this oak leaf hydrangea. Check out the leaves. It's definitely a pretty shrub. And then my David Austin rose is doing good here. And I can see that it's already starting to bud out. It's looking good. Olivia Austin. Yes. So I'm excited about seeing its flowers, and I'm so glad that it's come back strong. It looks good here with my little lone allium. Very pretty. This container, I put strawberries. I had some strawberry runners and I put them here in this container. And look at it is flowering. I'm going to have strawberries. Look at that. Do you see that? Yeah. All of the plants, they seem to be, well, that side there. That is exciting. Now this side of the bed is filling out too. This is a wild rose. But it's beautiful and has a nice smell. When it finishes blooming, I'm going to cut it back because it's overtaking my Pinkabell rose here. But, you know, I like the lushness. I like the fullness of it. I have another spirea there, and I like that. And this, I'm so proud of this rose bush. I had died back real hard and I didn't think I was going to get any roses. But now it came back and it's looking really, really good. I also have my Rose of Sharon here. And the hydrangeas are doing great. We have the daylilies coming in. Then I have my purple sensation alliums that have multiplied. It was like 3 bulbs here that I placed. And look at that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's so nice. And I have some oregano in the pots here, which I'm going to have to shift them. But for right now, I'll leave it like that. And then my other rose bush, which is doing really well. This is Pinkabell. Look how well this one. I bought them both at the same time. And this one is doing really, really well here in this corner. It likes it. It's sheltered and it has new stalks coming up. Isn't it nice? Just beautiful. Just a beautiful rose. It's gonna have some really pretty blooms. I'm excited about that. Intentional gardening plays a key role in achieving a spectacular display, allowing you to plan ahead, select the perfect plants, and create a harmonious design. Whether you're dreaming of your own cottage garden or seeking inspiration, this video, I hope, has shown you why purposeful planning is the secret to cultivating beauty all season long. I'm inviting you to see and observe my new journal for 2025, the Intentional Gardening Journal, Growing My Beautiful Garden. And you can get a copy of it on Amazon. It is now available on Amazon, or you can go to my website. That's Catherine's Garden Home, LWS, Weebly. That's WEEBLY.com.